Hey guys, this is Coach Lowe, and we are talking about angles of a triangle. This is section 5.2, angles of a triangle. Little abbreviation there. All right, let's get rolling. So one of the theorems that we have in geometry, and in our book it's Theorem 5.1, is the triangle angle sum theorem. And the angle sum theorem says the sums of the measures of a triangle are 180 degrees. So all three angles in a triangle add to be 180 degrees. So you could classify this triangle for me. It's an obtuse triangle, scaling, because none of the sides are the same measure. But if I have, or if I label these three angles X, Y, and Z, then I know whatever degrees the X is, and whatever degree Y is, and whatever degree Z is, that those three add to be 180. Excuse me. So, angle sum theorem, the sum of the measures, so adding up all the measures in the triangle, or all of the angles, the measures of the angles in a triangle, is 180 degrees. All right, that's the first theorem. All right, if you need to pause the video to write that down, please do. Okay, so let's say that I give you a triangle. So here's your first example. And after I draw this example, if you would like to pause the video and try it out yourself, that would be awesome. I'm pretty sure you can do this without me. All right, so this is triangle ABC. And I will give you 58 degrees here and 75 degrees here. And I would like for you to find X and Y. All right, so if you want to pause the video and work this, get after it. We know from previous work that when two lines cross, when they intersect like this, angles that are right across from each other, not adjacent, but straight across from each other, vertical angles, and they are congruent in measure. So I know X is 75. I also know that if this is 75 degrees, that these three angles should add to be 180 degrees. So 75 plus 58 plus y has to be 180. And I can solve this equation for y. So I will add 75 and 58, which is 133, plus y equals 180. So I need what adds to 133 to give me 180? And I can use a calculator for that, subtracting 133 from both sides, or you can just do it in your head. When I subtract those, I'm borrowing here, so that's 47 degrees for angle y. So y is 47 degrees, x is 75 degrees. We have solved for the two variables that we were asked to solve for. All right, theorem 5.2. Theorem 5.2 says the acute angles, so the angles that are less than 90 degrees in a right triangle, are complementary. The acute angles in a right triangle are complementary. So complementary means they add to be 90 degrees. Hopefully that makes sense after what we just talked about, that the three angles in a triangle have to add to be 180. We're taking 90 away with this right angle. So these two angles, let's say this is x and y, x plus y has to be 90 degrees. X plus y has got to be 90 degrees because we already have 90 taken up, and 180 minus 90 leaves me 90 to work with between these two angles. All right, so let's try one. I knew you would want to try a problem with me. Of course you do. All right, so this is triangle JKL, and this angle is x plus 15, and this angle is x plus 9, and this is a right angle. So we can add all three together and set it equal to 180, but we can also take a shortcut. Let's take the 90 out. So 180 minus 90 leaves me 90. So these two must add to be 90 degrees. So let's make an equation. X plus 15 plus x plus 9 equals 90. Well, I can see on this side that I have two x's, x and x, and then I have a positive 15 and a positive 9. So I'll push those together. And now I'll solve. Subtracting two-step equation. I'll subtract 24 and then divide by 2. So subtracting 24 from both sides. 2x equals 66. So x is 33. All right, if they ask me for the two angle measures, I can definitely find those. Angle J would be 33 plus 15, which would be 48. And angle K would be 33 plus 9, which would be 42. And 42 plus 48 is 90 degrees. So we have solved for x, and we have found the angle measures. All right, last theorem here is, we actually talked about this in 5.1. We have equal angular triangle. So Theorem 5.3 says the measure of each angle in an equal angular triangle is 60 degrees. So if my angles are all equal, then they are all 60 degrees. All right. So the measure of each angle in an equal angular, it's a lot of variables right there, triangle is 60. All right, so if we put x's here, x, 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 we would have x plus x equals 180, or 3x equals 180, so x would be 6 when we divide by 3 on both sides. So that's where that comes from. All right, cool thing about that is if we have a triangle that we know is equal angular and they give us 2 or 1 or none, we already know the angles are all 60 degrees. So if you see 60, 60, we know the other one is 60. Kind of a fun thing. All right, guys, great job. This is Coach Lowe, and I'm out.